How is the youth fitness evolving in response to increased screen time, which is a major concern? And uh, any light on that as how it is impacting their behavior?
Hmm. Very, very important question over here. And, it's the talk, right? I mean, people are really discussing this topic a lot. And absolutely, it's a huge challenge these days to get kids away from screens. And, when you think about it, the way we grew up was very different. We didn't have a mobile phone. We had no Netflix. And even if you're watching something on TV, you remember you'll have to wait like a whole week for the next episode.
Yeah, yes.
So, and that gave us so much more time to just probably go out and play. But today, kids have everything at their fingertips, and which makes it harder for them to just move.
Hmm.
And but but something great happened recently. Australia has taken a huge step by banning social media for kids under 16 years of age. Isn't that amazing? It's
Absolutely.
so it's a huge move, and I feel it highlights just how concerning the impact of social media is on children's mental health. So I feel parents, I think, play a big role in this. If they can model the behavior, showing kids that they are not glued to their phones all the time, I think it sends a really strong message.
Absolutely.
So when kids see their parents enjoying time outdoors or being active, it becomes something even they want to do, right?
Hmm.
So, I mean, I have the luxury. So, for example, what I do is once my kids are home, I put my phone away somewhere in some drawer, unless there's something urgent and I need to use it. I've also set a rule in the house for screen time since they started watching movies and cricket matches during COVID. So I do have a rule in place for the kids from the time they grew up and they started watching TV, and I think really helps. They know their boundaries. Um,
Absolutely.
and let's not forget, how fun play is. If kids are having a great time, they'll naturally leave their devices behind, I feel. So I remember as a kid, even if there wasn't a play area, we'll just make two. We'll run around the compound, play hide and seek behind cars, or just start playing badminton in the parking lot. It didn't matter where we are. We just wanted to play. So, but the reality now is that physical inactivity, has led to a rise in lifestyles related issues in kids, which I spoke about earlier.
Hmm.
And thankfully, there are organizations stepping up to address it. Recently, there was a summit in Chennai and now happening in Mumbai, focused entirely on how to get kids out and playing. So
Wow.
people from all over India are coming together to find solutions to this problem. I'll give you an example. Mr. Somil Majmudar and Mr. Vijay Krishnamurthy, they recently wrote an incredible book, discussing the challenges of getting kids to play and offering, practical solutions. Another example, I'm just giving you examples of people who are actually, trying to do amazing things in this. And another one called Get Out and Play India. The name is only self-explanatory. So
Yes.
what they do, instead of waiting for the kids to go outside, they've brought sports right to people's doorsteps, literally to their societies and communities. So it's very convenient, and then you don't even have that excuse that I don't want to go outside, I don't have the time. They are bringing it right there. So initially it may take some kind of push from parents. If your child isn't very active, you might just have to step in and play with them to get things started. Maybe you could join in a game of catch, or take them for a bike ride. But once they start enjoying and making friends, I think the habit will stay.
Great. So, with this, the follow up question that comes to my mind is what societal changes are needed to prioritize physical activity and health in children?
Mm, yeah, nice question. So at a community society level, a lot can be done, to get kids moving and having fun. For example, your community or your society can organize, sports days, which is such a great way to get, kids involved. Who knows, after participating, maybe they'll find a sport they absolutely love.
Yeah.
uh, your community could also set up, like, mini marathons like 5K, 10K, invite people from even outside of your community to participate. For example, I just did a 5K with my kids last Sunday, and let me tell you, they're already talking about training for next year and beating their own time from what they
Wow.
took this year. So little things. And You don't even have to plan big events, small things like, going for little treks, in your neighborhood, or joining, in play streets. Some cities have started this concept on Sundays, where they stop all traffic and they do a lot of, fun activities. And, it's just a fun way to get kids out, and playing in a safe manner. And one more thing, I feel families could try is have a family sport where you all enjoy playing a sport together on weekends or on holidays. So you have a family sport and you're doing it together. And if nothing, just go for a walk, or even taking your dog out for a walk can be a great way to stay active. And if you don't enjoy sports, you can put on some music, have a family dance party. It's fun. It's just you're yet moving, right? You're enjoying moving. Or kids can try martial arts, skating. And if you're part of a community, or if you're not, I feel you can group up with other parents, and create activities for your children. So what happens is everyone is going to push, oh, let's go away today, as a community, I feel that support is required sometimes, and it really helps. And even yoga can be a lot of fun. So I think there's a lot you can do.